Hello everyone, it's Scott here, and in today's video I'll be unboxing the Japanese physical Nintendo Switch release of AMEDAMA, which as you can see was released for the Nintendo Switch. So AMEDAMA did receive a global release digitally and is available to purchase from the Nintendo eShop in UK, Europe, America and Japan. But in Japan the game received a physical release and I thought it looked pretty interesting, so I thought I'd go and buy it and then unbox it for everybody to enjoy. So there we saw the front cover featuring the two main protagonists of the game. We then had the spine saying AMEDAMA with Japanese text. And then we have the back cover, which as you can see features a variety of different characters that you'll find within the game's story mode. Now I haven't actually played AMEDAMA. I did try the demo, which I think is available on Nintendo eShop, and it looked pretty cool, and that convinced me to pick up this game. And underneath that visual, we have a couple of screenshots showcasing different moments of the game. And then below that, we have the technical details about this game, meaning that it's one player and can be played on Nintendo Switch Lite, as well as in docked and handheld mode. Now, of course, the biggest question will be, does this game play in English? And the answer to that is yes, which I'll show you later on in this video. So the contents of the game on the cartridge are exactly the same as contents you'd receive if you were to purchase it digitally from the Nintendo eShop. So the game just has Japanese audio with English text, which you'll see later on. And once we open the Nintendo Switch game case, you'll be welcomed with this rather gorgeous artwork for the inside inlay sleeve. And it's quite nice to see this, as quite a lot of Japanese releases tend to just have plain white backgrounds. And then if we give a zoom in of the Nintendo Switch cartridge, you can see the male protagonist on there with the AMEDAMA and logo, as well as the Kazunagi Games logo. So yeah, it looks all pretty cool and stylish. And if we spin it around, you'll be able to see the full inlay artwork in all of its glory. So we have the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. Now, as I mentioned before, if you have purchased this physical release of AMEDAMA, you'll be able to play it on your Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 consoles, as Nintendo Switch consoles are region free. And once you insert the cartridge into your console, it'll ask to download a update, which will only take a couple of minutes. But once you update the game and start it, you'll be able to start the game as normal and it will boot up automatically into English. So here we have new game, load, options, and then if I go to the options screen, you can see that the entirety of the menu and settings are in English and you can change the language here. I think the 4 languages included are Japanese, English, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese. And then obviously I'm just demonstrating here that the game will boot up and play in English if your console is set to English. If it's not set to English, then you can just go to the options menu and change it to your preferred language. So there we go. That's pretty much what you can expect to receive from the Japanese physical Nintendo Switch release of AMEDAMA.